Hi, I'm Tracy Dompling. I'm one of 2 district supervisors here at Fairbanks Juvenile Probation. Today I wanted to talk briefly about the intake function that happens within our office here at Juvenile Probation. And in the state of Alaska, by statute, our office receives all police reports alleging that a juvenile has been involved in delinquent activity. Therefore, once we receive a police report in our office, it gets assigned to a probation officer. The probation officer then has 30 days during which time they need to determine how best to handle that case. Some of the options that the probation officer has is they could handle a case informally, or they could take the case for formal court action. Specifically, I want to talk about some of the informal options that are available to our probation officers. They can call the parents and the minor in to have a conference. Usually during that time, the minor has read their rights and talked to about the offense. We look at other issues such as what time of night or day perhaps that the offense occurred. If it was during a school day, then that leads us into the focus that the youth perhaps was not in school as they should have been. If the youth was out at 3 o'clock in the morning and allegedly committed offense, therefore we look at some issues perhaps with supervision in the parental home, all of which we can talk to the youth and the minor about. We also want to take into account anything that needs to be repaid to the victim. We do utilize the restorative justice philosophy here when we are trying to determine how best to handle our police reports that have come in the office. Our probation officers can assign community work service. They can also require youth to pay restitution to repair the harm to the victim. And they could write apology letters. We can refer youth out for substance abuse assessments or other type of mental health assessments that might be necessary, or certain areas that have been identified as a need during that intake interview with the youth. We could also place youth on informal probation. That has to be with an agreement between the minor and the parent, and then we can also implement some of those informal requirements, as I mentioned previously, such as restitution and community work service. And our goal there is to hold the youth accountable for their action, but do so without having to take them to formal court.